Hello YouTube, it is Champion DJK coming at you again with another video, and today we're going to take a look at the latest car culture set to be hitting anywhere, I guess. I don't know. It's been, distribution's been a little weird. It seems like hobby dealers have gotten the first dibs on new stuff with car culture this year, which is kind of cool. But we got the silhouettes were the ones that just came out, but I haven't really seen those in stores yet. I've been seeing a lot of Hammer Drop still in the stores, not much of that set. But now we're on to car culture Hot Wheels off-road, which in general, I'm not that crazy about these. I'm going to be honest. I collected them because I'm, kind of a completionist with car culture, so I still got to get everything and included in this. Now, if I were to just, only buy the ones I really like, we'll tell you which ones I would have bought. And this one would be one for sure. The 1987 Toyota pickup truck. This is number 1 of 5. We get it in red. This casting's pretty sweet. It's been out a few times. Probably the most notable one was the Back to the Future one. And you can take a look at the base here. That shows us when it was copyrighted. So 2011 was when this casting was like tooled up. And Supyo Toyota. Pretty nice truck. Pretty cool truck. Indeed. I am digging this one. It's always on big tires. And that's because of the way that the thing is lifted here in the base, the structure of the base. They can't really put much smaller of a tire on it. It just will not work for this particular casting. But very cool. Digging this one. This one's pretty awesome. And yes, I would grab this one. And maybe I'll even get a second. I don't know. It's a popular casting, this Toyota truck. People tend to really dig it. And I guess I really don't blame them because I like it as well. Even though the size of the wheels are kind of obnoxiously big. Other than that, it's looking really good. I think it's good. The color combo is pretty decent. Everything about it looks pretty darn good. So not a bad one there. Digging that one. Next up is one that's very boring to me, and that is this Land Rover Defender 90. I would honestly not care if they ever just, use this casting again. It's not that I have anything against Land Rover, but this Defender 90 is just a boring casting from Hot Wheels. It's cool when, like, premium diecast companies, I guess, put out this truck, but I don't know, for some reason, this one, every time I see it, I'm just like, ugh, boring, It's not my thing. It's, there's some people that may really like it, and I know of at least one person that I really like it, but it's really just not my bag, I guess, not in Hot Wheels anyway. It just doesn't look that crazy good as a Hot Wheel. Plus, we've seen it come out in, like, Fast and the Furious sets, and all sorts of stuff. We've seen enough, I think, of this casting. Copyright date 2019. Gives you an idea about when it came out. Did they do a bad job on it? No, I just think it's boring. So you may think differently, and that is, of course, your opinion that you are entitled to, I suppose. I just think it's boring, okay? And I feel like we've even gotten it almost in this color already, so bleh. Boring. In my opinion. You guys may disagree, and that's okay. All right, number 3 of 5 is the Subaru Brat. This tooling I'm not sick of, really. I think this is a nice one, and I think this is a good version of it. We've got it in premium, I think, a couple of times-ish, I want to say. Also was available as a mainline. I think it was tooled as a mainline as well. Copyright date 2012. This thing's been around for a long time. Hard to believe how long, actually. But this is a good version, I think, of this particular Brat. I think it's done pretty cool. I like the color. Pretty good. We do get the dot matrix graphics. They don't really look that bad on the metal flake paint. I guess the side looks worse, but when it's metal flake, it's not that terrible. And then the headlights look a little fuzzy. But other than that, I mean, this thing looks pretty cool. I think this one's pretty cool. This one I would maybe pick up. You know, if I was just buying onesie, twosies of these, not caring about the full set, I'd probably pick up this Subaru Brat. I think it's pretty neat. You know, I dig that. I can dig on that. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I think still the Toyota still takes it, but this Subaru is pretty cool. So we'll put that right there. I'm going to say let's put it right there. Two cool ones next to each other. All right, following up that with the 2017 Ford F-150 Raptor. And to be honest with you, again, the graphics on this are kind of cool, but I could honestly deal with never seeing a Ford F-150 in diecast ever again. Does that sound harsh? Even my favorite brand, really, domestic brand, Auto World, does a Ford F-150. And they do it very well. They do it very good. So, but it's just boring to me. They're just boring trucks. And the way the lift is on this one, it's almost like weirdly where like the center of like the hub of the wheel doesn't line up with the center of the wheel well. So that looks weird. So it's not like the center of the arch doesn't line up. The wheel arch doesn't line up with the center of the wheel hub on either side. So they're kind of like out a little bit. And that gives it, to me, kind of a goofy stance. That might be a real thing that's done with trucks that are lifted like this. I have no clue. Or maybe it's real for this Raptor. I have no idea. It's just the Ford F-150, it's like boring. You see it everywhere. Like driving around, I see, you know, if I were to drive around my area and just tool around a little bit, probably see like 5 of these things while I was driving. So to me, it's just kind of boring. You're not going to see 5 Raptors, right? It's different, but still it's a Ford F-150, right? It's the body style of a Ford F-150, and it's just super boring. I'm sorry to those that own it. I'm sure it's a great vehicle to own. You know, awesome. You know, I'm all for buying a car for utility and not for looks. I 100% guarantee that. But for diecast, this is boring, in my opinion. Again, you may think this is amazing. I don't know, but I mean, the graphics are kind of cool. The color combo's interesting. I'll give it that. We've got the gold, green, tan, black, and I will say that that graphic looks good. So whoever did the deco on this particular Ford did a good job. I will say that. I will admit that. I think that it looks pretty good. It does catch your eye a little bit. But again, if I were just buying onesie twosies of these, probably wouldn't pick this one up. Just because it's a Ford F-150. All right. Lastly is the 2024 Toyota Land Cruiser. Kind of torn on the styling of these newer Land Cruiser, or these new Land Cruisers. I want to kind of like them because they're kind of, they have design cues that kind of go back to the old Land Cruiser in a way, yet they are modern in that it's this new kind of like modern, you kind of, things are going back to kind of sharp edges kind of in vehicles. It seems like with newer design vehicles, they're kind of going back to this. And I would say this is more of like an 80s thing. We'll say with like the really sharp, like lines, straight lines, like not curvy, I guess. You know, like this would have like very straight lines. It's kind of a box. You know, it's got some curves in it, but you know, not like what happened in the like 90s or whatever, late 90s, 2000s, where everything was very curvaceous in vehicles. It seems like we're going back to kind of angular designs. Not quite Cybertruck angular, but you know what I mean. Okay, I think you know what I mean. Hopefully you know what I mean. However, okay, so what I'm trying to say is I don't know if I really like the way the new ones look. I definitely wouldn't mind owning one. Again, from a utility standpoint, I think it would be a fantastic vehicle to own. But I don't know how I feel about this new body design versus the one before it. I think the one before it I like better, but I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. As diecast, I think this does well. I think they have made a good cast of this particular vehicle, and it'll undoubtedly be popular. People just love Toyota, and I don't blame anybody for that. So this is copyrighted. This is new casting, copyright 2025. It's a new casting, and it's pretty nicely done. I think this is the chase too. Like, I think the black one of this is going to be the chase. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. I feel like if they really wanted to create hype, they would have done the Toyota, but I'm pretty sure that's not what they did. They did this in black as the chase for this particular car culture set. I don't have all the chases in car culture. I would like to eventually pick up all of them. I just feel like I just don't really go out of the way to try to get them. And, you know, I don't know if that's a smart move or not, to sit and wait patiently for a deal, because maybe they're just going to get more expensive as time goes on. I have no idea. What I need to do is find somebody that's got one on a completely destroyed card, because I'm just going to open it up anyway. And that would be ideal for me to get it cheap, because it's on a, you know, a nasty card, and people care about the condition of cardboard. That's what I need to do. I mean, that's often what I do to get a better deal, is I wait for one on a destroyed card, and we get it a little bit inexpensively. So, what do you think about this, Yoda? I think it's okay. I think it's all right. I think still, again, if I were buying just individual cars, this one I probably would pick up just on the fact that it's like a new tooling. That's why I would be kind of wanting to buy it, to check it out, get a new tooling. I like that. These two I would probably pass on, and these two I probably would pick up. So that's where we're sitting on that. You let me know what you think, of course, in the comments down below. Did you like this set? Do you think this set's worth it? I think it's kind of a lame set in comparison to the last set. The silhouettes and even the hammer drop, I think this one's not quite as cool. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments down below, as usual. Appreciate you tuning in to watch today. And thank you very much. And check out the Car Culture playlist, all that stuff. You can like, comment, subscribe. That'd be fun too. And yeah, other than that, you know, have a good day. Thank you. Bye.